Jobs are back. It's Final Fantasy Fridays. Hello, everybody. Okay, so when we left off last time, we were about to go into the Sand Seas, starting with the Odir Yensa and starting through the Nam Yensa, which is gonna take a little bit, but like not so long that it's gonna be like super horrible or anything. We are still gonna do it at double speed.
What's up?
We are in the Sand Sea. So jobs are back.
Oh boy.
It's not nearly as bad as I remember it. It's super good actually. It's just, especially now because they put two of the best accessories in the game in the Sand Sea.
Awesome.
And I brought this up when I was doing the morning stream a couple days ago. It's like you get the embroidered tippet and then the fucking golden amulet within two areas of each other. So it's like you get the I think you do the golden amulet like in this zone, and then the very next zone you have you get the embroidered tippet. So you get both 2 times XP and 2 times job points in a very short amount of time.
Oh man, then the real grind will begin.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be loosey minds for ever. So hey, an important thing happened between the last Final Fantasy Fridays and now. If you haven't been keeping up with me on Twitter, I made affiliate. So
Woo!
you may see a nice little subscribe button up there, and if you liked what I do, maybe consider subscribing to help me get better equipment, as I know my microphone is not great. So and thank you everyone who followed me. It means a lot to me that you're keeping up with me like you are.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmaskins build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdoms caught in their midst. Dalmasca, Nabrodia, Landis.
'Tis the small craft's fate to watch the list of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vosla, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Bogerba, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Oil
Wolf
suckers.
is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision. I am content to lend my arm, as I could not when Rasla died, when her throne was taken. Never again. I will defend her this time.
You walked the Knight's path. The Lady Ash?
We should leave this place.
Let me guess. Sandstorm?
Something far worse.
I see. So the Dawn Shard does lie in King Wraithwall's tomb. The Marquis sympathizes with your plight, yet the Empire perches as a carrion bird on his shoulder. He can keep whispers of your abduction silent for only so long.
Yes. Tell me, Vossler, what have you accomplished?
We leave at once. This is Urutan Yensa territory, and they are unfond of visitors.
I love these guys.
The Earth Onions are great. They look like they have a great time all the time. So, Habdab says.
Looks like we've attracted the wrong sort of
wait for this
attention.
cutscene, man.
Let's quit this place while we still can. Move!
Vossler, have you found the means to restore Dalmasca?
First, we must claim the Dawn Shard. It all begins with that.
So yeah, Haddad says, what's that folksy pot holder Bosch has under his armor? And I don't think I've ever thought of it that way. Hello, Science Man. And really, I'll say it again, just like, not everyone was here when I said it. Hello, everybody. Dang it, Foster. Quit blowing us up. Okay, so like the thing is, like, this area is not hard anymore, but I am gonna keep the map up because it is complicated.
Not too. It's not too distracting.
It doesn't get really distracting until, like, you know, it starts getting full, and then it's like, well, every area is highlighted, so.
Yeah. Well, hey, this is a nice looking game, but you can only make a desert look so nice.
That is true. Okay, so this area is gonna be like super piss easy. We just, you know, we did the grinding. But the game just makes it so easy. Like, okay, so like, I recently had to catch up my main file. That's what the stream was for on Wednesday morning, and also Golden Amulet. The start to catch up time, if I checked my time on that file, it's like 6 hours, and that's with like 2 sets of grinding, and like it was a good time. Most of that stream was most of that file is on stream. I just haven't uploaded it to YouTube. Okay, so we can really go through this area in like a whole bunch of ways. So we can go up north, and there's stuff up there. We can go down. Like, there's just stuff to be had all over the Sand Sea, and that's why it takes so long. It's just you really want to go everywhere.
Well, good thing you got fast forward.
Science Man asked, didn't that Deus Ex character have a map tattooed on his body somewhere? That character was me, because I forgot how to get through that freaking. I forgot how to get through that freaking Navy tanker, like, every time I played through that game. It's not even that complicated of an area, but God help me, I just cannot remember how to get through it.
You know, it's weird. I can't really remember how, like, the more complicated structures in Deus Ex are laid out, but whenever I play, it's just like, alright, time to shove my face into everything. Ah, the way forward.
Okay, I'm gonna start making decisions here in a little bit. I won't go in there. This place is connected to a cave system. You are right, I'm free. So, like, there's a cave system. I think there's an Esper in there. We don't want to go in there right now, really. But yeah, on today's stream, we should definitely make it to the Tomb of Wraithwall, which will mean we'll get to make a very important decision, or 3, or 20.
Yeah, I unmuted the stream for a second, and I was surprised that the music sounds the way it does, and that's because in my head I was thinking of the desert music from Nier Automata. Also, yeah, I wanted to mention it on the Vanquish stream, but I just wanted to bring up how weird it was to hear Sam Gideon not, or like, hear him after hearing Gideon Emery voice other characters.
Where they're like, no, do the British thing that you do.
It should have been an option in addition to, like, instead of English and other languages, it should have been American, British, and then other languages.
They should just listed it in the options as like make Sam Gideon say fuck or say make Sam Gideon say wanker. Let's not have Vossler attack Bosch. It's the easiest way to wake people up when they are asleep. We do need to be careful though, because like in some of these areas there's a big huge fireball that will cast for Raja at us. Which, like, if you're unfamiliar with the Ja prefix or suffix for spells, is the version like that's like Ga but more. And it'll do roughly like 5,000 to 6,000 points of damage to everybody. Like including Vossler. It'll just murder the crap out of everybody.
Oh.
Fran, don't bother casting Cure on everybody. Cast Cure. I really do need to set up like a better gambit for Fran. There it is. Let's not go that way. Because those Eurotonians are more like it's friendly to us. It doesn't try and hurt us right off the bat, but those Eurotonians will set it off on us.
Oh.
Like if it sees us attacking them, it will attack us. Now, thankfully, you know, if we were to try going that way and it were to go badly, it auto-saves at the beginning of each area, so...
Yeah. So you got this nice chain going.
Yeah, the good thing is all Eurotoniensa are just classified as Eurotoniensa. So... they all count for this. It's like the skeletons in the Lucy mines.
Do they all have haste or something? What's the clock say?
They've got little blue clots on them, means they have haste.
They all have haste by default?
No, not all of them.
Oh.
Also, hey, we found Reflect.
Good.
So it's a good thing we went that way. And one of the things they did do between IZJS and Zodiac Age is they definitely did change some of the spell locations. Yeah, like, you know, it's cool, bestiaries and games, and like some of the, you know, like most of the new Final Fantasies don't have it, and that kind of sucks.
Well, which ones?
I know 13 doesn't, but like, what does 13 have?
Oh, no, I'm thinking of 13 too. because there's a
13,
quest to...
no, 13.2 does, because like 13.2 is like, hey, we should try and make one that's actually kind of okay.
Yeah, though there's a quest to fill out the bestiary, and it doesn't have blank spaces for stuff you haven't discovered yet, so you don't know what you're missing. Where to look for it.
Yeah, see, the cool thing about the bestiary in this game is, like, not only is there, like, a huge list of monsters and it tells you how many you need for all the information, there's a progress bar at the bottom.
Nice. That one has little descriptions of them. It's good.
Yeah, like the way this one works is like you kill a bunch of enemies. When you kill enough, you get extra information on them. So like for this wild snake here, we need to kill 5 or 6 more of them to get the extra information. And like a lot of these, we've killed all we need to kill to get stuff. But like, we still need to kill 2 more Euroton Yensa. Or no, that's just just Yensa. Never mind. Which is different from Euroton Yensa, which is okay. It also details all the hunts and everything like that. So very detailed bestiary, very good.
I see you killed all the necessary judge geese.
Yeah, we have killed the 1 out of 1 judge geese we need to get the information. Also, he is the boss race.
Oh, 3 cups of Phoenix down. What? These chain benefits are really good.
Chain benefits are pretty awesome. So we're gonna go down south. Yeah, also, the extra information in this game for monsters is like cool in setting backstory for monsters and stuff like that. Like, if you read the one for Euroton Yensa, it tells you, like, hey, we've tried to integrate them into society like 100 times and it has never worked. I'm not sure if chain affects poach. I'd have to try that. I'd hope so, because, like, man, if it does, we just kill a whole lot of coral later on.
Yeah,
Also, bye-bye chain.
All I know about poach is that it has its separate drop table from stealing or killing things.
Like, yeah, if we poach a whole bunch, like, we're ready to poach curl, which is they drop, I think, either embroidered tippets or gold amulets. Which is okay, because one of the, like, let's see. I know Ulan, I think, gets poach.
Oh yeah, it would be split up by glass job.
Like, I know at least one of our people is defo don't get poach. Like, someone will have it, I guarantee it.
So, well, I was gonna ask what's your party like on the other save file, and I do want to know that, but I also don't remember what your party's supposed to be in this save file. I know Bosch is the tank.
Yeah, it's like right now on this file, Bosch is a foe breaker, Franz a red battle mage, and Balthier is an Ulan.
What are you going with on the other file?
The other file, oh man. I'd have to look.
I mean,
like I can give you sort of like the basic like configuration. Like I know I made Pinello a monk time battle mage, which has turned out to pay huge dividends. Actually.
yeah, I remember you weren't too hot on Time Battle Mage by itself.
Well, yeah, Time Battle Mage as a first class or like as a class on its own is not good.
Okay, in any case, I mean, you can see the messages right there, but yeah, Poach is not affected by chain, doesn't give you anything else.
Yeah, so the good thing is like the only time I'm really gonna be using Poach is to get more grindy stuff.
Yeah, it's like something you do for specific things anyway.
Yeah, it's
and
not
with the
something you do for
benefit of 4 times speed, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Okay, that's not the right way. I don't think so. Oh well, actually, I think that is the right way. No, the right way's up there. Okay, so we gotta go back up this way. Like,
Good thing it's got an overlay map.
Poach is how you get all the like super good accessories. We're also gonna try and let's see how much money we have. 14,000. That is not nearly enough for what I need. Yeah, I don't think I have any teleporter stones. Cause like the good thing is like if I need money, I can complete a run for 99 bone shards in like 10 seconds. So it's like, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal if I freaking popped a zip line over to Bujerba. But like, yeah, if I don't have to do it during the stream, that would be ideal. Let's talk about poaching. Poach should have been a tricky mechanic. Well, if this were Vanillaware's Final Fantasy 12, it would be.
If poaching was in Final Fantasy 15, you betcha.
Oh god, well, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty certain you can make Ignis poach some eggs.
Is there a 5% chance of getting rare super eggs?
I don't think so. I know for a fact one of the things you can choose during the cup noodle quest is eggs. God, I love Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I do really want to get around to it, but I can't. I don't want to install multiple gigabytes of patches.
Final Fantasy 15 is huge. Like with DLC is, I think at this point it's like over 100 gigs. So.
Well, that's not quite half the capacity on my PS4, but getting a pure solid-state drive has its downsides.
I'm pretty sure they said at some point that Final Fantasy 15 is going to come to PC at some point or another. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Yeah. It's funny because there was a video of them demonstrating it on like the dev kit version on a PC. It's like here it is running on just like an NVIDIA like 1060, and it's like it runs at super high resolution and 60 FPS. Except it was like an off-screen capture of the presentation. Like this just looks like a shitty camcorder of a television. Why did you even show this to people? I mean, it wasn't Square themselves, but like, why do the people who wrote the news decide to film something that in a manner that you couldn't see it at all?
And that just reminds me, like, when they first showed off footage for Monster Hunter World, it was like a re-recording of a fucking like Nico Dude stream.
God.
So it looks like butt, and
yeah, Nigo streams look like crap because more importantly, they need to have comments flying over the video in real time.
But like, yeah, so like when they released the English version of that, basically of the same hunt that we've seen a billion times, like it was really nice because it was in 1080p, you know, source 60 frames a second, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And also like all the sound was in there really good, and man, that game already has really good sound.
Yeah, it looks super nice.
Oh yeah, was it the one for Duke Nukem on DS or whatever, or on 3DS or whatever? God, that is the best trailer ever.
Also, yeah, the only Dragon Quest games on PC
Oop,
and the
we're
Western
not
Dragon
going that
Quest
way.
Heroes.
We're not going that way.
That said, Dragon Quest Heroes is a really good game. 1 and 2, but yeah, it's not the main series.
More importantly, let's see. Okay, cool. Fran can cast Reflect on people.
Yeah. Dragon Quest Heroes 1 goes on sale a lot for like $15, sometimes less. But I kind of feel like, especially since like the portable versions of 2 isn't in English, which is like the thing that would set it apart and make it like worth getting both.
Even with like the stuttering and everything that I experienced when I was playing the demo for it on Switch, I want Dragon Quest 1 and 2 on, or Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 on Switch.
Yeah, I haven't seen footage of that. Like, I just kind of wish they made it look a little worse so it ran better. Because like, it doesn't quite look good enough to be like worth having that level of detail. And it's a Warriors game, you know. Like, I'd rather have it be consistent.
Yeah, I mean the good thing is that like performance issues is something that can definitely just fix via patch. Hey, thank you for the fellow, Science Man.
Oh, sweet. But yeah, like if you're gonna get one, I just wait for Dragon Quest Heroes 2 to drop in price and get that. You follow when you follow.
I mean, it's all good.
But yeah, Dragon Quest XI, that seems like it'd be a prime choice to come to PC just because of how detailed it is.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, like, I still have Dragon Quest 7 and 8 to play on 3DS. So like, I've only got 500 hours of RPG to sift through right now. I'm pretty sure I can wait on our Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Like even Dragon Quest Heroes is kind of long for a Warriors game.
Yeah, I kind of, once like I found out they weren't bringing the Vita version of 2 over, like, part of me is just like, well fine, I'm not going to finish the first one then, whatever, but like, 2 is like a complete improvement on the first one in every way, so like, fuck it, I'm just going to play that one instead.
Actually, let's see.
Also, man, Dragon Quest XI, like, the 3D part on 3DS looks cool, but the 2D looks not good.
Yeah, it looks not very good.
Literally, like, there's trees here in the 3D version, so let's put the one tree tile.
Let's see, does Fran have the capability to cast Arrow? This is all very important. No, she does not. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna want that before we go into King Wraithwall's Tomb.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say we're gonna want that beef.
We're gonna want that beef. And I hate having to use all our license points early on, but I've got the gold amulet. I can get more.
Yeah.
Like, you don't realize how much faster that makes job point stuff. Oh shit, she's silenced. Like, do I not have any fucking echo herbs? Crap. Let's see.
Oh no.
Okay, I do. Never mind.
Okay. You have one. Shit.
Yeah, I got the one. So, God forbid we get fucked up and silenced again.
Got any accessories or anything that can?
That's a good point. We should see if we have an accessory that can prevent silence. We do. She can't use it yet.
Wow,
fine.
just like licenses
Okay,
in real life.
fine. Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. There it is. Now she can't get silenced.
Okay, it was just one more spot.
Also, the Rose Corsage does increase magic power, and I would assume it looks pretty fly. Like just rolling up with a huge ass rose on your lapel, wherever friend's lapel is.
Maybe she just wears it in her hair like the flowers in Nier.
Science-Man says all she has is a lapel, and that's like, yeah, kinda.
Also, I assume licenses are actually the secret nightmare truth behind Ilias is that laws exist inside your body. They're like a nervous system or respiratory system. Any of that is law.
That's an interesting theory.
I was gonna say it'd be cool to have a game like this with a Moogle, but that's Xenoblade Chronicles with Ricky. Everything's illegal.
Everything. Man, I am not fond of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance.
I remember, yeah, I really wanted to get into it, but it starts really slow. Like, really slow. Well, yeah, one beer and then all humans. I guess they just wanted to have completely standard animations and proportions because everyone can be anything in the original release of this game, so... I mean, it's still true in this, but, like, even more so. I think Final Fantasy Tactics is an alright game, it's just, like... it asks a lot up front. And for me, that kind of thing's just not worth it.
Yeah, like, see, the thing is, like, I played Final Fantasy Tactics when it came out. And, like, man, Final Fantasy Tactics is a game that's really hard to follow up. And then they did, kinda, like, not really, but, like, with Vagrant Story. Like, it's not even remotely the same game, but it's in the same setting and everything. It's like, that's a really cool follow-up to Final Fantasy Tactics, and it just shows that, man, things got worse in Ivalice somehow. Or Evilus, rather. And, I mean, so, like, you know, it's weird. Like, Tactics Advance 2, I didn't really, like, I have it, but I haven't played all that much of it.
Yeah, I need to get like a second opinion on that game because I only heard a lot of people who had only played the first Tactics Advance talk about it, and it seemed like it wasn't what they wanted. But I don't know. Like, And there's also a small subset of people online. I don't really know. And I hadn't really looked at reviews of anything of it myself because I played the first one by then and realized it wasn't for me. Yeah, the story. The main character's name starts with an L, right? That's all I can even might. That's all I can say I might remember about it. Luso? Was that his name? It is Luso. Oh yeah, and he had the really ridiculous outfit.
Oh yeah, with his weird giant sword.
Yeah, they are so much. Yeah, no, Mark wasn't like great. He was just less, relatively speaking. Oh, rip that guy.
Sent to the fantasy zone. Also, man, freaking. Can we talk about how Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles has the best Moogles in any Final Fantasy?
God, yeah. For a second, I was thinking Chocobos or something, even though we've been talking about Moogles this whole time. But yeah. Yeah, Science, when you even, what was that? The Crystal Bearers?
I had that on DS, and that one isn't really as good, pardon me.
Wait, Crystal Bearers? That's the Wii one, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was Crystal Chronicles, there was Echoes of Time,
Echoes
Ring
of Time
Fates.
is the one I had.
Ah.
Or no, not Echoes of Time, Ring of Fates is the one I had.
Okay. Which one do I have a ROM of? Oh, it's probably not on this computer anymore because my GPD Win can run a DS emulator, so... Crystal Bears. But yeah, I think Actually, I can just look this up.
Yeah, let's. Oh, good. Fran level up again. But yeah, we needed Fran to be able to cast Arrow for the first part of Tomb of Wraithfall. It's an optional part. I'm gonna do it. Once we get there, we still have a ways to go. Let's see. What do I want to make everybody? Just like right now, I got Shatari, Ulan, Red Battle Mage, Foebreaker, White Mage, Monk. Definitely considering getting Pinello in on that time battle mage setup. They do actually. Hitoshi Sakamoto composed music for both this and Odin Sphere. I said it on. I think I said it on the stream when I was trying to get my my other file caught up. But basically, my opinion is that they should make a game where Hitoshi Sakamoto and Yoko Shimomura team up.
Also, yeah, Ring of Fates is the DS Crystal Chronicles game where you don't make like your own character, right? Or, well, you don't get to like pick their race and everything. It's got like a separate single player and multiplayer mode. Okay, I pulled it up. No, yeah, okay. So, yeah, Ring of Fates is the one with the separate modes, and Echoes of Time is the better one. Unless you play it on the Wii, in which case it is an emulation of the DS game on a Wii.
But yeah, let's see. There's only one place in the Namian, so we absolutely have to go. Yasunori Matsuda has pretty good work. See, Yasunori Matsuda was Chrono Trigger, if I remember right. See, who did the music for Valkyrie Profile? Just, I know they also did the music for Star Ocean. Oh. And if there's anything that's good about Star Ocean, it is the music.
God, but due to association, I kind of don't like the music as much. God, I should. Motoi Sakuraba.
Motoi Sakuraba, yeah. Motoi Sakuraba only has like one switch though, and it's like you can do Motoi Sakuraba can do no music or bombastic as fuck music, and there's no in between.
Organ solos. Yeah, I was surprised. Like, of all the things I knew about Dark Souls, when I beat it and the credits rolled, it's like music. Motoi Sakuraba. Like, what? What? Hold on. Yeah, I mean, the music's fairly memorable and stuff, but I just wish he did it for games I liked. because he composed for Star Ocean 3 and I think he did the music for Star Ocean.
Oh, also, yeah, Hitoshi Sakamoto did the music for Valkyria Chronicles.
But yeah, Sakuraba also did Tales of the Abyss, like 2 of the longest RPGs that I hate that I beat.
And like, if you didn't tell me that the music from Valkyria Chronicles was from Valkyria Chronicles, like, I would assume it's from like Final Fantasy Tactics or something. Okay, because I know both you and I are excited for it when it's going to come out in 20,000. Ace Combat 7, I'm pretty sure it still has Keiji Tobiyashi on music.
Hells yeah.
And it's like, I brought it up on Twitter. I want, in Ace Combat 7, I want there to be a scene like the scene from Pat Labor 2, where they're talking about, where they got they're tracking the Fate plane.
Mm.
And it's like, it made me think, it's like, man, what if Kenji Kawai was doing music, or did music for Ace Combat? And it's like, God, that would be amazing. It's still just me that he spent time on making music, he spent any degree of time making music for Deep Tier.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. I remember when Tales of the Abyss came out, a lot of people were upset because a lot of people like that being better than Tales of Legendia or whatever. But they like Legendia's soundtrack better. And that was done by Go Shina, who also did Ace Combat Joint Assault. Oh, and God Eater.
Yeah, and God Eater. Go Shina enjoys a thing I enjoy very much, and it is Spanish flamenco style trumpets. And it's like, yeah, that shit's great. Like, Dance of Flames and God Eater is a really good track, and if you haven't heard it, you should go listen to it. But do it after Final Fantasy Fridays. Right now we are focused on Jobs.
Jobs and a different good soundtrack. Also, like, God Eater music to Final Fantasy XII is not a
it's a trip. You gotta brace yourself for that kind of transition. Also, not all of the music in God Eater is good. Like, just ask Mihal, she'll tell you right away that, holy shit, some of the music in that game is bad.
Yeah, don't listen to that music in that game during our sword, by the way. I think that's for the anime, but still. During our sword.
Pretty, just the blood art music, or the blood oath music or whatever. That guy warbling, sounding like... I can't even describe what he sounds like, because it sounds incredibly unique, but also really bad.
Also, Forklift and Mario started a Let's Play of Blue Dragon. And also,
boy.
I listened to the Nobu Uematsu episode of Retronauts. So, like, I'm just, like, Eternity for Blue Dragon has been kind of looping in my head, but with the lyrics just getting increasingly, like, terrible.
Oh my god, I love Eternity.
Fear
It's the fucking greatest.
Also, having now seen footage of that game, yeah, it isn't talking about a mismatch. Holy shit.
Yeah, also, like, remember that weird period of the Xbox 360's life cycle where they tried to bring back old school, like, RPGs?
Yeah, but try to, like, staple on a whole bunch of new shit to that and be like, it's different now, but it was all weird stuff that,
Man.
like, didn't work. Like so many of those systems in that game were like hitting enemies in the field to trigger early attacks, and the way the game's presented, I'm like, did you want to make an action RPG and you just like forgot to do it?
Remember when Lost Odyssey had a fucking per area level cap? So you could go to a later area early on and you would be just strong. It was a peninsula of power situation. So you could get really fucking strong really early on. Because, like, they didn't think to just institute, or, like, not institute a level cap. Which, when you think about it, is the dumbest idea ever for a single-player RPG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lost Odyssey is weird, though. I heard good things about it, but I only know of a couple of people who are specifically on it. I only know one person, actually. But
I remember it being really hard. Okay, there, we got the embroidered tippet.
Nice. But yeah, I mean, the other one I'm thinking of from that era is Last Remnant, and I don't know anyone who likes that game.
I used to talk to someone who was super into Last Remnant, and I'm like, why? And they never could give me a concrete reason.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't say it at the time, but they thought the four-armed cat people were really hot. It did have cool-looking four-armed cat people in it. That's all I remember. Huh.
Torchlight, like, see, the thing is, in Torchlight 2, I never really felt the need to backtrack. So, like, I get in that, and also, like, in that game, you can out-level your teammates if you're not careful.
Yeah, it is weird, though, to give you less experience for killing something higher level than you.
That is true. Like, I don't know, like, that game is also a Diablo-like, so it's really easy to just kill a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
So, like, I never ran into the problem where I was too low level for an area.
Yeah, I mean, if, like, that game was more of the kind of game I like, it would bother me, but it's definitely supposed to be, like, the smooth dungeon-crawling treadmill.
I mean, I like it, but I know a lot of people don't really like Torchlight 2. The Last Remnant is literally a saga title. That would explain why it's so garbage!
Ah, man, Saga games are out of control. Like, every time I look at them, it's like, I hear about some other way you can permanently screw yourself over in those games. Like,
remember how one of the defining features of fucking Saga games is like, we're gonna take a page from Final Fantasy 2 and make it where you gotta fucking attack yourself to get better.
well, I didn't know it at the time, but I wish I didn't know that Final Fantasy Legend was a Saga game. Man, that game was fucking weird. It was so weird. And not in like ways where I'm like, oh man, it's so cool how weird that game was. Like, I was playing it the whole time, like, why isn't this just like other RPGs instead? Alright, monster characters, keep eating the meat of other monsters, and it won't turn you into that monster, but depending on the monster you are, when you eat that monster's meat, it'll turn you into a different... Hey humans, you only get stronger based on the equipment you have, which has limited durability for some reason in this game. And mutants level up normally, like at other RPG characters. Yeah, I haven't heard like I'd like to listen to someone do like a modern playthrough of FF2. Maybe just in like podcast form, so I don't have to watch it. Yeah, more battle lore. Oh, I did see who's getting the tippet.
Oh, I haven't equipped it to anyone yet. Ball Theater Better Lance.
Musk stick.
It's a weird stick. I'm
Boosh.
gonna put Finello in actually because like she can hit flying dudes with the musk stick. I will now have the option of saving my game.
All right. Oh man, I just thought about like Morrowind with the license board, and I kind of like that idea.
Okay, so like this boss fight, they make it out to be really hard. It's not hard. Garuda's real easy.
Hard.
We win!
Oh, all right.
Also, wow, I probably need to set some gambits for Pinello.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
That bird did sound like tire squeals. Mod for the Zodiac Age that replaces congratulations with great job!
Long ago, the gods granted their favor to King
The ancient
Wraithwall,
device
who would oversee
stirs,
the
it
subjugation of a
slices,
vast
it
territory
dices.
spanning from Mordalia to Valendia. Here he forged the Galtean alliance. Though he is called the Dynast King, upon establishing the alliance, he demonstrated compassion for his people and disdain for needless war. A philosophy passed on to his successors, one that would bring peace and prosperity for hundreds of years to follow. It was during this time of peace that the city-states of Arcadia and
situation.
Rosaria, each member
Rest
of
in peace,
Wraithwall's
potentially
alliance,
more
took
interesting
root and
version of
flourished.
Valkyria Revolution.
Wraithwall left 3 relics signifying descent from the Dynast King. Of these, the Midlight Shard was given to what would become House Nabradia, and the Dusk Shard to my ancestors, the founders of Dalmasca. The last of these relics was the Dawn Shard. It remained hidden here, known only to those of royal blood.
As though the Dynast King foresaw the very plight before us now.
None save descendants of the king are suffered within. If we attempt to enter without proof of such lineage...
There's no guarantee we'll make it out alive. Vicious beasts, fiendish traps, something like that.
Mm-hmm. But you must consider the prize. The Dawn Shard lies within, and Wraithwall's treasure.
And there was I, thinking this was going to be hard.
The Dawn Shard.
God, just... It's like that scene from like the very start of the stream where Vossler and Bosch are talking and Vaughn's just sort of in the background.
Who built this place? I don't know, kid. Some other people. A lot of shit's going on. Danger.
Well, we're gonna fight a wall here in a second.
Yeah, I do miss the nicer custom save screens.
Yeah. The old save screen is real good. Okay, let's make sure we get this set up right. Everyone's at max. Everyone has gambit and everything. We're gonna do this at normal speed.
Fight or run? We better decide fast.
First things first, we're gonna blow him the fuck up with quickenings.
Beast.
Please.
My regards.
Oh, that's the worst possible person to be sent to the void.
Oh.
It's okay, we did enough damage from fucking Awakenings that we should still win. But what I was going to do is I was going to cast Reflect on everybody and then cast Arrow on ourselves so that it would hit Demon Wall 4 times.
Aw.
Well, yeah, I know it's only magic only, but like... Still, it kind of threw a hamper in my fucking plan.
Congratulations again.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry, Highbite, that's my bad. Alright, cool. Had a fun time fighting that wall. You know, it sucked we had to do it again. Oh no!
The wall comes. We must be quick. Together we can bring it down.
This one's easy though. It blinded itself.
Well. Congratulations again.
Sent Balthier to the Phantom Zone, so... Now we can go get a thing. We're gonna hold on to all these license points.
Yes, it's actually a pretty sensible place to put it, considering all the bosses.
God, Twitch needs to fix that. There's been a problem for the last few days where like the dashboard inaccurately reports that you are offline. And it's like, well, gee. We get a Stave moat.
Perfect.
So, Stave is the most powerful black magic in the game.
Oh. Does it line up
So
with one from a previous game?
It's. I don't think Stave has been in any previous game, but basically it's Ultima. So we have a single-use nuclear bomb, which is kind of redundant now that I think about it, because nuclear bombs are single-use. Yeah, you should get a ridiculous sword in that box before International Zodiac job system. And if you did the grinding in Lusu mines at normal ass speed, you could theoretically get the license for it early on, and then you should have someone equip this really strong sword.
Well, I don't know if Square's ever completely patched over everything like that in a re-release.
Oh, that would explain why I didn't know Stay was in other games, because I haven't played Tactics Advance 2, and I absolutely do not care about Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, well, those came after this, so, like... Yeah, they did. But, yeah, I mean, it's obviously not where they came from.
Incredible. It wounds me to look on as they pillage so solemn a place.
Yet without help, you and I are as nothing. Is this not so? He thinks ever and always on his own profit. Assure him of it and he shall remain true to our cause.
I do not share your majesty's trust.
We will continue this later. Now we should concern ourselves with finding the Dawn Shard. It sleeps in waiting, somewhere deep within.
How can you be certain?
I can hear its call.
God, okay, so like, yeah, I tweeted about it earlier in the day, but I saw a YouTube video earlier where someone suggested that what you should do in this game is you should fucking wait until the thing we're going to get in a little while to choose any jobs. And I'm like, my dude, why would you do that? Because you can't use anything without a license board. You can't use anything except the stuff you started out with.
Like, really, having those decisions be permanent isn't the worst thing in the world.
My guy, it's 10 hours of gameplay. You can make up for any mistakes you made. Like, you don't really make mistakes on your first choice. All your first choices, no matter what they are technically good choices.
Or at least workable. They might not be optimal, but holy shit, like, you're not gonna have a ruined playthrough. That's such a weird thing to say about this game. It's like, when you get here, okay, that's, especially the first time you're playing this game, that's a shitload of complexity to stack all at one time.
But like, fucking, okay, so, my guy, like, it's just like, I don't understand. It's like, why would you deliberately, like, hamstring yourself, like, so you don't have to worry about fighting, I guess so you don't have to worry about, like, getting a quickening wrong or something. I may have already got a quickening wrong, but then again, I'm pretty sure, like, all the 50 license point quickenings don't lead to anything most of the time.
So, like, if this is your first playthrough, you're probably gonna fuck up quickenings no matter what, and if it's your second, then still, who gives a shit? Like, that doesn't seem like a piece of advice you should give someone. It seems like a specific type of challenge run idea.
The good thing is, like, the comments were all a bunch of people being like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why would you do this?
Yeah, also, if you're worried about screwing something up in a Final Fantasy game, like, without a guide, there's really no hope of avoiding that. Pretty much every Final Fantasy game has stuff that's incredibly easy to miss.
Yeah, it's super easy to miss. Like, man, just like,
without a guide, you wouldn't even know that, like, the best armor in Final Fantasy VII is the best armor, because it has a weird description that isn't really. Oh yeah, they changed the chests in this version, but, like, man.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that in this. Now you can just get the Zodiac spear.
What handkerchief? Like, well, it's not optimal play. It's extremely suboptimal. I don't really know what.
Oh yeah, if you want to get the good thing for fucking Steiner in Final Fantasy IX, you gotta run. You gotta run.
Also, yeah, I remember Everything I read though about getting Excalibur 2, right? Like everything about that. So the amount of power you will sacrifice rushing here to get to this point will mean you're pretty much just even if you get it. Or like how, let's see, Yuffie's ultimate weapon in FF7 is hidden in a treasure chest that's under an object that, like, it's under a walkway on camera, so, like, you don't even know there's something interactable there. It's the secret boss in, what's it, Live Alive or Live Alive or whatever on SNES. You have to walk down a hallway until a poster is on the bottom row of, like, on the bottom of the screen, and then walk back up and go in a circle, and then walk back down, and then the hallway will be different, and you can get to a secret boss. Another Squaresoft game.
Chrono Trigger, you gotta go do a thing in like 4 different areas to get the rainbow sword. And you would not even know that the option is open to you unless you go back and talk to like everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if someone wants to play that way, fine, but, like, you gotta separate some. Here's what I like to do, and here's some advice. Like, that's, as a thing you like to do, that's fine, and, like, I'd be interested to hear, like, what the appeal is. As advice, it's horrible. It's really bad advice. Like, I know, like, Tova, she says, like, she plays games on hard difficulty the first time through. As something she says she does, I'd be like, well, that sounds really difficult, but okay. But if she said everyone should play games on hard difficulty, I'd be like, we need to talk. Just stomp on that petrify.
I did that Hey Sega mode.
Mm-hmm.
I need it.
And jam yourself with a needle. Oh man, I looked at the FF6 min-maxing guide, and it's just like, Locke sucks. I'm like, aw, it's sad. I like him. It's so weird, because he seems like he'd be very important. Like, this, obviously in the story, he gets less important as time goes on. It's like, also min-maxing wise, don't bother.
Well, that's like, it's a thing that bugs me a lot whenever it's like, oh, here's this example of suboptimal play, and people conflate suboptimal play with unfun play.
Yeah, I mean, okay, for some people that's a thing, but oh, shit, I played lots of games suboptimally. My first Dark Souls run was like, let's just jam everything into strength and dex and endurance. And I'm just gonna wear light armor and use a heavy sword.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
I use a Titanite slab on my leg armor.
But like, but like, how was the thing? Just, if you haven't been watching the morning streams recently, the Thursday morning stream was the start of the adventure of Punch Jansen in Dark Souls 3.
Oh, I actually did watch a little bit of that because I decided to actually eat breakfast before work that day because I was also already late. So I was figured I might as well do something nice for myself.
Underground?
But yeah, it seemed
Not
pretty
fog.
good.
Mist.
Yeah, I finally
You can see the mist with your
Yorm
eyes.
and the dancer.
Where it is thick enough, you may. The nether runs deep in this
and,
place.
Man, let me tell you. First of all, that Yorm
is
fight
the
was
mist
a
dangerous?
down.
Yes, but it is also an aid.
And
A
Dance of
dense
the Boreal
mist
Valley
allows the working
was
of powerful magics.
not like,
I'll
great.
keep that in mind.
Kind of don't like that fight, but then also my
Can't count on Vaughn to keep track of
R1
these
button
things.
on my gamepad
That's for
started
sure.
not responding every time I pressed it. So there's just these big openings where I'm not doing anything. Also, sorry for talking over that cutscene, but it appeared to be Vaughn doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, that cutscene just boils down to like, man, Vaughn's kind of stupid, huh? And also, like, if anything in the license board is gonna be able to fuck you up more than like your choice of jobs, it's espers.
I wonder if there's a boss coming up. Brand protect, but she also attack.
Please.
I accidentally shuffled.
Ah, well.
I guess I'll just have to fight him normally. Belly ass.
In vain glory they arose, shouting challenges at the gods, but prevail they did not. Their doom it was to walk the mist until time's end. A legend of the Nemo.
My family tells a story of the Dynast King and an Esper. The story goes that in his youth, the Dynast King defeated a mighty Gigas, for which the gods took heed of him. Thereafter, it was ever bound to him in thraldom.
So, all this time it's been here guarding the Dynast King's treasure?
Not so. The Esper is the Dynast King's treasure.
That's your treasure?
In this Esper we now command rests a power whose worth is beyond any measure.
Is that so? Call me old-fashioned, but I was hoping for a treasure whose worth we could measure.
Both of yours just like, but what about the money?
Shit, I don't know about the they have archaeology in this world. I have museums.
There's no job for a leading man. I say as I immediately remember Indiana Jones.
What's wrong?
Your Majesty, we must go.
What? Wrestler. You will be avenged.
Jobs. There are now two of them. Okay, we're gonna want to do this from order of most importance to least importance.
I was expecting
Or-
to pop up before.
Or at
tell
least,
you.
yeah, it'd be like, hey, you can take a second job now. Okay, so I'm thinking I am gonna make Penelo time battle mage, just so she can get haste data. Okay, but does that mean actual white mage? It's gonna make things a little bit complicated. I'm thinking I might make Ash a knight just so she can use swords. So I don't think white mage really gets access to many weapons.
Yeah, knight's not a bad choice. She's a paladin now. Yeah, those Final Fantasy characters got cell phones now, so.
May have some overlap on Black Mage. Just because I want multiple people to have Stave. I actually can't get Fran's second job just yet. Now I can. I had to do a gambit slot next to it. I already know what I want to make Fran. Yeah, it is more complicated than the job system in Final Fantasy V, but it's, you know, I still think it's really good. Makes you make very concrete choices.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, I guess we'll make Balthier Ulan Black Mage. Like I said, we're gonna have a little bit of overlap, so I really don't want anyone to be a machinist.
Yeah, they're just guns. Apparently guns are super busted in Final Fantasy Explorers, based on what Grasslam said about it, so if you want to see guns in a Final Fantasy game,
Can't really think of what would be a good thing for Vaughn to have. So maybe like Red Battle Mage? I mean, you can get a pretty good amount of stuff with Red Battle Mage. And like, honestly, like Vaughn's main thing is going to be ninja swords anyway. Yeah, I think that'll work out fine. We'll go with that.
Yeah, balancing guns in a game where you don't want to reflect reality is always kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay, the choice of who to give Belias to is pretty, or Belias to is pretty narrow, if I remember right, so should be pretty easy to figure it out. Like, I'm pretty sure it's gotta be either Ash or Bosch, I think is who I gotta give it to. So I think no one else has anything blocked off by Belias. Oh, well, Fran has Libra blocked off, but who gives a shit?
Oh no, not Libra.
Let's see, Bosch has Horology blocked off. Let me check Ash real quick. Ash has Potion Lore. So it's a choice between whether I want to give Bosch Horology or whether I want to give Ash Potion Lore.
Is that really a choice?
Not really.
Perfect.
Like, I'm pretty sure I should give Bosch Horology. Because it's one of those math-based, one of those hard math-based skills that once it gets ridiculous, it gets really ridiculous.
Well, you said you were gonna fight Yasmod, right?
But yeah, I'd rather give Bosch a Technic than give Ash better potions.
Yeah, I guess a lot of that early Esper stuff would be bad. So these skills just are like license slots just all combined, right?
Pretty much.
Cool.
Like, imagine that instead of having two separate license boards, we had one big one.
Okay.
And, yeah, like, when we picked the setting job, it just unlocked a big portion of a new license board.
That makes sense.
Yeah, if you already have a license on one board, it's purchased already on the other for free, so...
Oh, that makes sense. just there's so many battle lore slots. I'm kind of thinking it does make sense that this game has like traditional leveling, obviously, but like I can easily imagine a game like this just having a license board. It's got stat bonuses on it.
Be sort of like the sphere grid.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, also now Penelo can wear heavy armor.
Oh boy. Barbut. Yeah, I like the idea of a heavy armor fisticuffs character, but like a lot of games discourage it. It's like no, like I just want to be like the dragon race from Dungeons and Dragons. Like I want to be that and a monk. And it's like oh, you won't be able to evade as much. Like yeah, but I should be able to punch even harder.
And following the metric ton of cutscene that is about to get poured on us, we'll probably pop a zip line over to Bujerba. Made use of that gold amulet and embroidered tippet. Catch up some of the people who haven't been in the party as much.
Such a tremendous honor to again be graced with your presence, Majesty. You left us with such great dispatch upon our last encounter that I must confess I had begun to worry that we may have given your Majesty some cause for offense.
Such a heartfelt display of remorse. Now what is it you want?
I want you to give me the Nethicite.
The Nethicite?
That is a base imitation. We seek Wraithwall's legacy, the ancient relics of the Dynast King. Day-affected Nethicite. Did you not tell them, Captain Azalus?
Majesty, he speaks of the Dawn Shard. That is the Nethicite.
Are you mad, Vossler?
If we are to save Dalmasca, we must accept the truth. I will fight this profitless battle no more.
Captain Azalus has struck a wise bargain. In return for the Dawn Shard, the Empire will permit Lady Ash to reclaim her throne, and the Kingdom of Dalmasca will be restored. Think on it. An entire kingdom for a stone. You must admit, 'tis more than a fair exchange.
And when all is said and done, your master will have another pet.
Lady Ash, let us take him for the people of Dalmasca. Your Majesty wallows in indecision on peril of their heads. And his shall be the first to fall.
Well, at least your sword is to the point.
To think the relics of the Dynast King were de-affected nethicite, Dr. Sid will be beside himself.
What did you say?
Captain Azulus, take them to Shiva. They should have leave to return to Rabanastre soon. I want you to assess its power.
Did our orders not specify that we return the stone for testing?
I will not chance returning with a stone that is yet unproven.
When we return to Dalmasca, we can announce that you are alive and well. I will then continue our negotiations with the Empire. I believe Lars has the key. He'll listen to us. We should trust him.
Who are you, Vossler, to talk of trust?
A son of Dalmasca.
Our equipment here is limited, so we'll be using the ship's drive to make our assessment. Once we've connected the stone, the reaction should be easily measured.
Methods do not interest me, only results.
Fran? Such heat! The mist, it's burning!
6,800, 6,900, 7,000! This must be de-affected nethicite! The count still climbs!
Ah, we found it at last. True de-affected nethicite. The power of the Dynast King in my hands. Blood alone does not an emperor make, vain.
What is this? Something's wrong!
What is it?
You stand.
Hold her down!
What's wrong with her?
I always knew Fran didn't take well to being tied up. I just never knew how much. How about you?
I like Fran's idea. Let's get out of here.
No farther! Sky Pirates, the future of Dalmasca will not be stolen. Why do this, Bash? This struggle is futile. You must know where it leads.
I do know. All too well.
Alright, time to take down Captain Easy Man.
We fought two walls together. Did it mean
Hey,
nothing?
we win.
Engine power falling rapidly. Each negative. Impossible.
Engine room, this is the bridge. Report.
What are they doing down there?
Happened?
The Neversite's draining the ship's power.
Disengage it at once.
I want that
We're
number
trying
3
to go
unit
good.
seal.
Then it's infected. Reach critical in 300. Cascade failure.
Ash, let's go.
All I have done, I've ever thought of Dalmasca first.
I know you do. I would ne'er gainsay your loyalty.
Look on what my haste has wrought. Did I act too quick? Or was your return too late? I can serve her no more. You must take up my charge.
Good one, this Vader.
This might get a little dicey.
The mist. It manifests now.
Is that what you call this?
What's that? I think it's the Dawn Shard.
And what are we waiting for?
The dreadnought Leviathan is sunk. The 8th Fleet of the Arcadian Imperial Army lost. As word of the events in the yacht sounded throughout the Empire, quit I Bujeba, citing sudden malady. My true motive, to bring the various counter-imperial forces scattered throughout Ivalice together in unified resistance. By this time, Lady Ash had made her return to Rabanastre. She had not, however, made known her presence. Rather, she was content with keeping both her own whereabouts and those of the Dawn Shard concealed. Had she chosen then to go before her people, my error in announcing her suicide would be known, to the great detriment of my efforts to assemble a resistance. In such circumstance as the Lady Ash then found herself, even were she to proclaim Dalmasca restored, it would serve only to invite the Empire's wrath. Though Arcadia had lost her 8th Fleet, she remained, as ever, a military power with which to be reckoned.
The Rosarian Empire assembles a vast host under guise of martial exercises. It is our belief they wait for the proper pretext, the sooner to make their strike against Arcadia.
The loss of Leviathan and her fleet at such a time comes as a most grievous blow. Were Rosaria to invade, the battle would be hard fought. Had Lord Vane not deployed the fleet so capriciously, we would not now find ourselves in such perilous circumstance.
Lord Vane shall be made to answer for his actions. It is the will of the Senate. Excellency, though he be your son, justice must be served.
A convenient thing, justice. And so I must now make a choice between my throne and my son.
A most lamentable situation for us all.
Oh? For Lord Vane, perhaps. Yet surely Lord Larsa will make for a fine emperor.
Larsa so adores his brother, and he is yet young.
But he will not remain young forever. Already he busies himself unraveling Lord Vane's tangled skein. Lord Larsa has found his role to play and pursues it with some enthusiasm.
Ah, yes. And who would set him at such tasks?
What matter? Lord Vane himself once saw his elder brothers brought to like justice, did he not? At your Excellency's behest, as I recall.
You may put yourself at ease, Lord Gramis. So long as the Senate watches over her, Arcadia's well-being will ever be ensured.
By your will, I shall bid Vane return to Arcades.
So, it was the Dawn Shard that brought down the Imperial fleet.
You know your stuff.
Destructive power of such force. I've seen it once before. Lady Ash, you know of what I speak.
Nabudis.
The capital of Old Nebradia, Lord Rassler's fatherland. At the time of the invasion, a division of Imperials entered the city. There was a mighty explosion. Friend and foe died alike. Something was there. One of the Dynast King's relics. The Midlight Shard was in Nebradia.
More Nethicite. Well, no wonder they invaded.
That ridiculous war. The trap at the treaty signing. All this because Vane wanted power. He must not be allowed to claim the Nethicite. The Empire must never hold it.
Oh, they already do. The Dusk Shard? Most likely the Midlight Shard, too. Besides, can't they manufacture Nethicite now?
Very well. Then the path set before us is clear. We'll use the Dawn Shard to fight them. Dalmasca does not forget kindness, nor ill deed done. With sword in hand, she aids her allies. Sword in hand, she lays to rest her foes. This Nethicite I hold must be my sword. I will avenge those who have died. And the Empire will know remorse.
You even know how to use it?
The Garif may know. The Garif people live by the old ways. Matricide lore is a part of their culture. They may hear it, the cry of the Nethicite's power. Whispers of the stone's menace.
Dangerous though it be, what we need now is power. Should we declare Dalmasca free without the means to defend our claim, the Empire would crush us. You must take me to meet with the Gareth.
They live beyond Osman Plain.
Not exactly close.
Compensation, is that what you want?
Straight to the point, aren't we? I like that. Compensation. How about the ring?
This? Isn't there something else?
No one's forcing you. I'll give it back to you as soon as I find something more valuable.
What do you mean something more valuable?
Hard to say. I'll know when I find it. What is it you want, Vaughn? What are you looking for?
Me? What am I looking for? I guess... Well, you know...
The Gareth are said to dwell in Kirwan.
So they do. We'll need to head south, past the Giza Plains.
It is the rains now in Giza. The wadis will be swollen with the deluge. Passage may be difficult.
But those same waters may also lay open new routes to us.
Regardless, we must go south, yes?
First things first. You're eager to be on your way, I know. But we should see that we're prepared before setting out.
I made my resolve 2 years ago. I swore to overcome any hardship I may face.
Man cannot live by resolve alone, Princess.
Okay.
Wait, does Penella not have an accessory?
Oh shit, yeah, maybe she doesn't. Let's see. Yeah, she doesn't. Wow.
Phew.
Okay, good. We actually have a ton of teleport stones. So it's time to pop a zip line over to Bujerba and get some license points, because... And money, because, my god, we are actually pretty low on money and we're gonna need a ton of it.
What for?
Better equipment now is just like, you know, everything costs like 3,000 to 5,000 gil. But like, we've gotten good enough gear that we can just sort of face roll through Lusu mines. not the most interesting thing we could do, but like I said, the good thing is I can just pop this on 4 times speed and be done with it in no time. I'll go ahead and set it to 4 times. Need to go to the south gate for. Need to go to the south gate for grinding time.
I do love every time a cutscene ends. It's like, let us be on our way.
I'm not sure. There might be hunts we can also do.
Okay.
But we'll have to check that after I have money. Not that I need money or anything to take them on, but like, I would just rather have the best gear for hunts.
Yeah. So first we want to get some Azure Rathalos armor.
God, can you imagine if this game had you grind for armor like Monster Hunter does? I would not be playing this right now. How many hours you got in Final Fantasy XII? Yeah, I've been playing for 4,000 hours and I'm only just now at the Lusu mines.
I was but a child when I began.
Yeah.
I know that the skeletons are just like lettered to differentiate them, but I like that the first one is what the skeleton be. That's what I call a big boner. Alternative joke. Multi-bone drifting? Skeleton A. Realizing how much this sounds like we're talking about vitamins.
I'll take time later to set up more complicated gambits for Ash, probably before we head out to Giza Plains. And after the stream's over, I'll make sure to just do this. I'll do this like 7 or 8 times off screen. Just to get a bunch of money saved up. And that way I won't have to do it on stream again. I'm really sorry for this.
It's good for the stream to see 4 times speed here and there.
4 times speed, though, is hilarious.
Yeah, I had the sound on for a second. Man.
Like, there's some areas where it's just uncontrollable.
You know, I will say, I wonder if I have issues with games that have a lot of grinding, or I just want them to have fast forward in them.
Well, you brought it up in the first stream. It's like, man, it's really good to play games with speed up and not have the sound be garbled.
Yeah, so the thing, like, technically any game you can emulate has fast forward, but it sounds like fucking ass. Like, if a game has actual nice music, then I still want to hear it. You know what? They should make a, probably it would have to be bound on a separate account, but they should make a version of Final Fantasy XIV that runs at this speed.
Watch people freak out as raids just go horribly awry. I'd buy that for $1. For those of you who don't know, I have extremely negative opinions about Final Fantasy XIV.
Imagine how far you could get on $1, though. 4 times speed Final Fantasy XIV.
I could get to level 2.
I do like the idea, though. It's like, yeah, I got a 1-month subscription for Final Fantasy XIV and I beat it. It would also be funny if, like, instead of making another numbered installment be the online game, they do Final Fantasy XIV too.
We made another one, now flood Bohamshus' Twitter with it.
Though instead of,
Although, to be fair, when people post pictures of Final Fantasy XIV and stuff, like, if there's one thing I don't have a negative opinion on, man, Final Fantasy XIV looks fucking cool.
It looks nice, and people post pretty either funny or cute selfies from it, so I can't be too upset. Also, with the considering most of my friends on Twitter, usually it's a picture of them in an outfit being like, with just the caption, "I'm gay," and them wearing a really cool outfit. I mean, to be fair, with a fair number of my friends on Twitter, they post the caption, "I'm gay," to all sorts of things they post.
Makes up like 90% of the tweets I see on my timeline, so...
Oh my god. Ash's idle animation at 4 times speed.
Sassy hip cock.
It looks like she's fighting her leg. Oh, never mind. It's her jacket flapping in the wind at super speed.
I know how to speed up the money grinding a little bit. Let me give Vaughn a gambit. It's like foe HP greater than or equal to 70%, and then steel.
Why is 70%?
Because we'll hit him really hard, and that way he'll only target the ones with full health.
Okay.
But he can usually get a steal in before I murder one. And he usually steals a bone fragment from him, so... It's a good way to just make it go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
If I didn't already have him, this is also a really good way to get the Technic and stealing trophy. I think That's all the skeletons on the bridge. I'll have to go back inside.
Limit of skeleton. Please return there. Also, I figured out why I sounded echoey on my Vanquish stream last night. Because I had to add another audio source to capture the game audio and Discord, which I don't really know what that's about. But it turns out it was double capturing my mic input too.
Also, as an aside, we have 69 bone shards.
Nice. 69 bones hard.
But enough about my private Twitter.
You can steal Skull Defend MP. No good, Vaughn. And I've mentioned before that, like, I couldn't really deal with this game not being an action RPG, but once you factor in the speed up stuff, I absolutely would not want this to be an action RPG. Take it from me, the guy who had a weird bug in Phantasy Star Online where the game would sometimes boot and be at double speed.
Yeah, that game would be difficult at 2 times speed.
In some cases, impossible.
That, like, when that happens, I would be like, nah, time to go grind for rare enemies. Stuff I can beat really easy, but man, I couldn't change for shit. Man, how good would Phantasy Star Online be, though, with a toddlerable speed up?
I mean, we're talking about how the episode itself, but, I don't know, if there was just other things you could do to mitigate the grind, it would be nice. One thing I will say for PSO running at double speed, it looks pretty cool at 60 frames per second, because, you know, the game never runs like that otherwise.
Well, unless it's on... unless it's on, PC, then it does.
Well, like...
On
I mean, maybe
Dreamcast.
internally, but, like... No, I mean, like...
Are you talking about, like, animations at double speed?
Yeah. Yeah, when the animations, like, it looks like, you know, smoother. It looks like a smoother game running very fast.
God, I wish PSO2 wasn't bad. I feel like somewhere out there next time just sort of instinctively turned his head towards a non-existent camera.
I don't know. I mean, I still have to try it at some point. I feel like Sega would take it offline before it ever got to any point where I'm like, this is a good time to jump in.
Oh, hey,
there's never a good time. A good time to jump in would be fucking 2 years ago.
Incidentally, did you hear that? You know, like with regards to games that we thought would never come out in English. Hey, did you hear that Taiko no Tatsujin drum roll is coming out in English?
Yeah, Southeast Asian release. Hells yeah.
It's the thing everyone should do if they're not doing a full-on, like, United States release. Do a Southeast Asia one. Region-free consoles are fucking great.
Yep. Man, I do wish that they'd localize Gundam Breaker 3, though. Like,
yeah,
in America.
So I did all the fucking DLC.
Yeah, or like now that the Break Edition's out too, that just has all the DLC packed in, like.
Well, does it gotta import it again?
That, I mean, if I ever get around to getting the PS4 version, then yeah, I'm gonna get the Break Edition. I like that game a lot, but it's weird just because I can kind of see how it could be better, and then based on what Me said about Gundam Breaker 2, like it was better in some of the ways I wanted it to be better before. But that's cool. Also, people keep comparing it to like Musou games, and it's not really like that. Speaking of which, I still got Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn sitting in my drawer. God, I have so many fucking games to play. God damn it. This is the real reason, the only issue I have with Dark Souls 3 being hard is it means it's less time I get to play other games. Oh, it started raining, by the way, if you hear any weird background tappity noises. So what are all these the bizarre items you're getting?
Well, mainly just like, you know, a lot of them are just like, here's a bundle of stuff for a discounted price. But like, the important thing I got is the Hunter's Monograph.
What's that do?
You know, I don't remember.
It's important.
I'm sure it's important.
I would like that if there's just an item description is important.
Position of this text enables the acquisition of superior loot from beasts and avions.
Oh. I mean, I'm sure someone in the chat knows this, but does this unlock the ability to get better loot, or does it improve your chances for getting better loot?
The world may never know.
Well, that's why I asked the chat.
The world may never know. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of hunts available. We need to make sure I can go buy everyone's stuff. I should go back to Ravenaster, because the weapon shop there sells everything.
Nasty.
Going back to Ravenasty.
More grimoires. I love grimoires. And also film noir.
So yeah, Ash has 406 license points. Just from that one go at it.
I was just thinking how if this was Final Fantasy 15, there'd be DLC so that all your party members could dress as judges. Just okay. Well, I can believe it, but it is ridiculous that like this DLC that's like Sentai armor you can use for 30 minutes to give your characters a boost. Also, I was looking at, because I got a Tales of Berseria was like $26 for Prime Day, even though they were out of stock, so I got it like just, yesterday. And I was looking at the DLC because I always do that for games when I get them, just to see what there is. And I forgot the Tales games have that DLC. It's like the New Game Plus bonuses. Just have them on the first time you play the game or whatever. And I remember always thinking, that's kind of gross. I don't like that. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, shit. Double experience, less time grinding in a Tales game. That sounds great. It's $1.50.
Yoink.
And then I realized I have Tales of Grace's F also on my PS3 digitally. Oh boy, increased drop rates for crafting materials. Yoink. I already forget which Shikari. Is that Ninja?
Yeah, it's like
okay.
Ninja. Now we can get Fran a damn Japanese sword!
It's time. Katana, it means Japanese sword. Now you see, fighting skeletons is how you study the blade. How you find out all the ways your non-Japanese blade is worse than a Japanese blade. You know, you're using your blade against skeletons, you're like, wow, this isn't working well. But if it was sharper... Yeah, katanas in Final Fantasy games are generally really, like...
They're really good, usually.
Yeah, they're really connected to, like, the best physical combat gimmicks you can have. Like, oh no, you do less damage if you do rapid fire.
Yeah, I've learned that fucking having Fran as a red battle mage Bushi is ridiculous. It is absurd how good that combination is.
Listen, Hivak, it's FF11. But yeah, and like with FF5, it's hey, katanas have ridiculously high critical hit rates, so who cares if you don't do as much regular damage per hit? Oh, you're two-handing, you got a critical hit? Well, fucking goodbye, enemy. A gimmick where you build resources, use special attacks, and use it in succession. Well, I'm guessing the samurai's gimmick is that it doesn't take as much forever to build this resource to do a fun game mechanic. Everything I hear about FF11 just makes it sound like the most MMO that you could make something to make me not interested. How do you get these legendary weapons? Months of grinding with entire clans involved. Yeah, it's old. It's like... And listen, I know I'm full of shit because I like Fantasy Star Online. That has some of the worst, like, drop rates for anything ever. But I think it's fun to play, even with a statistical mismechanic. So literally the secret to FF11 being likable to me is have like timed combo inputs and bassy hit noises. It would be...
Okay, should be good.
Well, it would be funny to me, not actually funny, but like using the sandbox mode on Affinia to get your character up to a level where they can just equip COJ Sword and exclusively use that weapon and like play normally from that point on to see how far your character progresses before it unseals. Horrendous lag and bad timing windows. This is like the most important part.
Welcome to Lady Squad.
Yeah, Team Nobles allowed. I wish I liked these members of Celceta better because, like, by the time I got the lady party members who have the same attack elements as the male party members, so you could just not use them anymore, I was, like, really bored with the game. also keep forgetting that I have Lacrimosa of Donna pre-ordered, so it looks so good. Platinum's making a Grand Blue Fantasy tie-in game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I don't think it's been announced for over a year.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if it's like if there's any gameplay footage of it at all yet. So who knows? I mean, I hope it does get announced over here. Come on, it's a Platinum game. Listen, if .hack GU recode can come out here, though that's actually a lot less of an ask because that game already did come out in America.
So yeah, Giza Plains is flooded now.
Oh.
And I thought that was a really cool change back when it first happened.
Oh, that's neat.
But this also means that the enemies are tougher.
Well, I mean, the actual one probably won't have the exact same system in Grand Blue Fantasy, but I'm sure they'll have some kind of reference to it mechanically.
Oh, I need to check. I need to check and see if I've missed haste.
Yeah, what else do you use mist charges for?
Summoning?
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Like, I never summon anything ever, so...
Yeah, I know you couldn't control the summons. Like, they were in your party where you couldn't control them in the original release, right?
I don't think you can control them in this one either.
Oh, you can. Huh. I feel like there was some change to how they work in IZJS. Is just...
Yeah, Zidges. It's the thing I had to type into the copy protection in King's Field for. Alternate joke, that's what I named myself in Chronicles of Mystara so that I could get the super ridiculous stats.
My joke was just going to be, yes, the re-release of that classic RPG on the PS2, Fuzzy Jews.
Okay.
It kind of works. It works a little bit. It's a solid 3 out of 10. One downside of one downside of being involved in all this political drama with these regular human characters and Fran is We haven't heard John DiMaggio's voice in hours.
Yeah, I don't think we'll hear it again until we fight Bilgamesh.
It is kind of just the shame of a lot of Final Fantasy games that have, well, I mean, really any fantasy game at all that has like a lot of cool races and then you only play as humanoid characters. Like that, you know, it's not necessarily bad, but it can feel like a waste.
Also, shit, Fran can't use regen yet.
Aww.
And she will not be able to for quite some time. Unless...
Back to the bridge.
No, just don't put the gold amulet on and go around normally.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's anything here that can inflict silent.
I also like that one of the spells is called Stone. That's just how
I'm
Fran
not playing this game on 420.
That's just how Fran pronounces stoner. I would like it if you just like did the command to hit that tree, and then the text box just popped up and said, "Take that tree."
I hate nature.
The tree is brittle and weak. Pathetic.
This tree does not serve Dalmastra.
I'm just thinking of fucking Goose Howard. Pathetic. You cannot escape from death.
Predictable!
So I assume all these trees are gonna get nudged together and form a bridge somewhere.
I don't know.
Well, alright.
This dude just fucking hate trees.
Ah, leather gorget. What's Ash's pose on the Gambit screen?
It's like she's posing for some sort of girl band picture. The secret sixth member of Fifth Harmony.
My Sword for Dalmasca, now out on Death Row Records.
I can't remember. Does Terry Waldron have a singing career? Because I know some voice actresses do.
Let's find out. It's got to be. No, it's a radio.
I know Mary Elizabeth Midland actually has like an extensive singing career.
No singing career, but yeah, they're all like vocal performers. Hold on, let's go. Yeah, no. Well, apparently she was as Tigress in Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness. Oh, that's the comedy musical category. Never mind, she didn't sing.
Yeah, just mentioned Angelina Jolie for that.
Wow. Terry Waldron's debut role was Haruko Harahara in Cooley Cooley.
I wonder if they're doing her back for 2 and 3.
A Little Snow, Fairy Sugar, Gatekeepers 21, Heat Guy J, Mirage of Blaze.
Hold up. What the fuck is Heat Guy J?
I'm about to find out. A sci-fi anime series created by Escaflowne director Kazuki Akane and Satellite.
That's cool. I've never seen Escaflowne.
Heat Guy J chronicles the adventures of a young special services officer named Daisuke Aurora and his android partner known simply as J. The pair live and work in the fictional futuristic metropolis of Judo, where the understaffed and underfunded Special Services Division of the Bureau of Urban Safety has its headquarters. Let's see, this picture of the box set, I can't read who the quote is from, but it says, martial arts, gunplay, robot battles, Heat Guy J has got it all.
Ivet says Vision of Estaflones. It's pretty good. We gotta stop for a minute and go on Tree Quest.
See, Heat Guy J has 7.5 out of 10 stars on IMDb, and it's the only ratings info I can find off of Wikipedia.
I can't remember if there's a trophy for actually completing the bestiary in this or bestiary in this game. The bestiary.
The bestiary. The bestiary. Cook everything.
The bestiary is the cool room where I put all my Beastie Boys albums.
Fast forward katana attacks.
They're good.
AKA regular anime katana attacks. No, you don't have enough. You didn't fuck up enough trees to get the tree bridge.
Gotta hate nature harder, apparently.
You obtained a horn. Honk honk.
Finally, I got what I needed.
Alternatively, toot. You defeated Giganto. Wah.
Can we talk for a second about Vanello's evasion stat? And how it is far higher than everybody else's.
Let's see here. Got 30. Oh. Well, well, well. That's the power of Monk Time Battle Mage. Now I'm just thinking of how cool it would be if you could do stuff like cast stop and then punch someone a lot and then stop would end and they'd get hit. Like, I think that's kind of in Kingdom Hearts, but it looks weird.
Okay, it made a little like you saw the puzzle noise. So I'm guessing Tree Quest may be finally over.
Yeah, but quick in FF5 doesn't look cool. That's just another reason I wish there was, like, a Final Fantasy Muso game, because guess what shit you can't do in Dissidia? Stuff that fucking alters the flow of time. Because other human players are involved. Do you have the power to defeat Silicon?
We win!
Hooray! Oh, this is another one. Well, oh, this is like a whole thing, huh? The idea of killing this thing with Vanish is pretty good. Oh no, XII is the one that I'm thinking of.
Hmm.
Your entire party gets X-zoned and you have to do like... You have to fight a battle in the Final Fantasy V engine.
I got a pebble.
Really? That's it? Is that something different in this game? That's good, or...?
Oh wow, he just killed the shit out of Vanilla.
Ooh.
Or, well, okay, he killed Vanilla and then she immediately got revived.
Man, Silent is some shit, huh?
I feel a strange bond with the cockatrices.
I feel like if you got a strange feeling from touching a cockatrice feather, I would immediately take
Gold
as much
needle,
gold
gold needle.
I'd like inject one into each arm, I'd crack one open and drink it.
Ooh, better katana.
Ooh, in a katana jar, of course.
Ah yes, the mystical katana jar.
No dual wielding katanas though?
Yep, they're two-handed.
Yeah. I'm glad at least one game from this era was able to resist the siren call of dual wielding katanas. A lot of good games in the 2000s era, but also a lot of dual wielding.
Yep, whole lot of dual wielding. People were like, oh shit, what if we can model two weapons?
Hello, Ethan.
Okay, now that we've finished tree quests, we can go continue the game.
Well, I like dual wielding in some cases, but like, it was this whole thing in the 2000s. I feel like the last time I really noticed a movie trying to do like a cool, trying to call out dual wielding like it was this cool view thing was Tron Legacy. It was a flashback with Tron fighting against someone, and then he splits his like data disk thing into two, and then he just like looks at it for a second, like, alright, dual wielding, and then he like gets his ass kicked immediately, so I don't know what they were going for.
Dual wield!
Though like all the action scenes in Tron Legacy are good.
Adol's always been just fine with a fucking sword and a shield.
Mm-hmm.
And various magical implements.
And also, yeah, swords and shields made of increasingly powerful magical stones and minerals. It's one of my favorite things about, like, East games. It's always like, oh, weapons in this region are made of this material that's so much better than the bullshit material your sword's made out of. And in the next game, oh, those swords are bullshit. Ours are made of this even rarer mineral that's even better. I guess shirts are just made of such cool magical thread now that you don't wear armor anymore, huh? Now you just wear a shitload of shirts. Oh man, I did pre-order Lacrimosa Bonus, so I think one of the pre-order bonuses is the armor costume for Adol. So I don't have to wear his like 3-shirt outfit.
So, hey, Osmond Plains has really good music. Later, Science Man. Thank you for showing up.
Later, Science Man. I like this. It's bouncy. The music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes I stop noticing and then I look and it's like, yeah, Friend's booty is just out, huh?
Just there.
It does kind of sound familiar. So what's Magicite do?
Oh, it's just loot. You saw it. I haven't really heard any arrangements of tracks in this game that I haven't really liked.
Oh yeah, this has two other alternate versions of the soundtrack in it.
Yeah, there's the like original soundtrack version and then also the PS2 version.
Two packs of Gasolines. That is some dedication.
In any case, it's pretty close to 11, so I'm going to go ahead and call it for now.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for showing up. I'm not really sure what we'll do tomorrow. We're not doing Ryutama, which is Grassland's going to be at a wedding. Yeah, but we'll figure it out. In any case, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I just recently became an affiliate, so if you feel like you enjoy my content, maybe consider subscribing. I will use the money I get from it to buy better equipment. Oh, and get out of the garbage microphone dimension. Alright, so thank you everyone for showing up, and I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully.
Later, people.
Later.